All right, so the question today is what makes an NBA superstar? That's the key word today, superstar. It's not the same thing as a role player. It's not, you could be a role player star, but a superstar is different. You know, it's not the same thing as being a star player, right? There's levels to this, man. There's always levels. So we gotta look at what a superstar is. First off, a superstar, they have to have a profound impact on the game. You should be able to know that they're on the court at all times. That's how big time they are, right? They got the ability to take over the game on either side of the floor. Typically offense, typically offense. We'll go through some examples. They can usually lead a team to a successful win, and to a successful season win-wise. Usually having a winning record. That's what that indicates. And they're a level above their superstar peers, right? So we'll go over these examples, but they're just ahead, they're just a little ahead of their superstar peers. So first, we're going to go over the non-superstar just to give you an example of what not to look for if you're looking for a superstar. DeMar DeRozan, that's an all-star. That's not a superstar. Okay? Not a superstar. John Wall, that is an all-star. Not a superstar. Jimmy Butler, that, my good sir, he's probably the lowest on this rung, on this list of players that I'm using as examples. He's an all-star, not a superstar. There are levels, always levels, and everything in life, there's always levels, man. Okay? There's no disrespect to these dudes. They're all-stars. All of them are all-stars, multiple times. But no, they are not superstars, okay? Here's some examples of some superstars. Steph Curry is a superstar, all right? He's a head above John Wall, Westbrook, and Lillard. All right, anybody who wants to argue that? I used to think that Damian Lillard was probably on his level, but after Damian's performance in the last playoffs, that got put to bed. All right, Lillard is not on CP3 and Steph's level. Westbrook, I never had Westbrook in that conversation. Westbrook is too crazy, man. No, on the court he's too crazy. And we look at John Wall. John Wall is a more refined version of Russell Westbrook, but he's still doing silly shit out there, man. My man hasn't worked in that jumper yet. He used to go jumper shopping with Ben Simmons. Another example of a superstar is Kevin Durant. All right, KD, easy money sniping. All right, easy money sniper. If you compare him to PG-13 and Gordon Hayward and some of the other top small forwards in the league, he stands out above the rest outside of Kawhi and LeBron. Those are two of the top 5 players in the league, probably, when healthy. Then we can go to, this is the last person. I think this last person, he's an asterisk because we haven't seen him lead a team to the finals or even his conference finals, but he plays in a very tough conference. So we'll look over that for now while he's young. But Anthony Davis, who finally was able to lead his team to a very dominant win, right? This past year in the playoffs. Anthony Davis in comparison to Karl Anthony Towns and even Joel Embiid. Because Joel Embiid, he looked pretty bad out there. He didn't look terrible, but he looked pretty out of shape. While Anthony Davis was out here dominating. Just straight up dominating. All right. So we can go over these people, man. Curry could average like 30 if he wanted to on efficient scoring. All right. But he doesn't. But he can. And that's what's important. He can, though. All right. Durant can go get 3 more scoring titles probably as well. All right. And he doesn't. But what's important is that he can. All right. Anthony Davis could probably put up 25 and 15, rebounds per game. 25 points, 15 rebounds per game. But these stats will be meaningless. But what's important is that they can. It's their ability to take over games at will. You know what I'm saying? And use their dominant ability in spots. You got to use that shit in spots, man. Where the team is desperate, they could basically use the superstar talent to just lift them over the top. There's been no team that wins multiple titles with no superstars. All right? There have been teams that have maybe slipped by once, in a decade. Each decade that, slipped by with very few, with very, very little talent, to win the championship. But there's no way you win the championship without a superstar. Go through the annals of time. know what I'm saying? You may find like 1, 2, 3 teams that were able to do it with no superstars. You know, other than that, you need a superstar. All right. So what makes an NBA superstar? Don't just rule out someone like Kawhi, because you know what I'm saying. We looked up earlier the check mark the check marks, the check boxes. They got a profound impact on the game, ability to take over the game on either side of the ball. You know, typically offense, but on either side of the ball. Can lead a team to a successful season win-wise, and be a level above his superstar peers. And Kawhi checks off on all those. I'm saying that because I've heard a lot of doubters in my comments talking about Kawhi Leonard. Like that boy is serious, man. That boy is serious. All right. So there's certain people that are not on that superstar list. James Harden, he's on the edge. You know, I put him as a superstar for now, but I can definitely see him falling off this year. The year before he was not on my superstar list, but now he's on. There's about 5 superstars at a time in the league. You know, it's just that simple. You can't have too many. That's simple. All right.